will put, you can upload stuff as that. Right. So, like,
Mate, nice to meet you all.
this bloke comes running out from this little bungalow.
Yeah, you should check this video out. Kev's got.
Breastfeeding and you think, oh, lucky.
How are we doing?
Alright, go for it.
Nice to meet you. How you doing? Nice to meet you, bud.
Takes off. This aerosol comes from nowhere. Before it gets to the ground, it stops. It's back to the fucking head.
Well, that's on stomach in first one. The second night I'll get the drone out.
So that's Phil, he's gone off to look for his camera, he's realised it's not hooked up onto his bag. Anyway, it's a bit windy here, but I'll tell you what we're doing. I'm with Phil, Gav, Kev, and back out with Steve, and we're on an initial two-nighter, just an amble round Kinder Scout, all at Gav's idea to get us together, which is fantastic. And then possibly, looks like me and Steve are going to have a bit of another night or two amble around afterwards. So it's all thanks to Gav getting us together. We've spoke on YouTube and Facebook plenty of times, and nice to get together. Phil, I'm sorry about that, mate.
Alright, well,
Give us a thumbs up. And
thank you so much for your help. Mountain goat run down there. Couldn't believe how fast you were going down there.
We're on a wild camp up here at the Sealstones. There was a group of people who were wild camping and commenting on each other's videos, so I thought, why not get everybody together? So put a few messages out on Facebook Messenger, I think it was, and yeah, and it kind of like snowballed from there, and we had a group of, I think, 4, and then all of a sudden it became a 5, and now it's a 6. Yeah, so we're all out at the Sealstones. We're all pitched up and just cooking and getting ready for our evening meals. My fire pot meal's got about another 3 minutes, and I'm looking forward to eating this.
I've been wild camping since I was 7 or 8. I used to go out with my granddad, who used to use me as an excuse to get away from grandma. My granddad taught survival techniques to air crew before they went out on missions over the Burmese jungle, so he knew a bit about camping. And from there, I first came up here, Kinder, when I was 17, and I've been solo wild camping up here ever since, which is getting on for nearly 40 odd years. Well, it's more than 40 odd years, and I just love doing it, and I can't really say why I love doing it. I just love being out here, and I love this place, and I never get bored with it.
So I really got into hiking about 10 years ago as a proper hobby. I've always been camping, always been you know, a big lover of the outdoors from being sort of a teenager. I remember me and my mates used to go, and we used to come to the Peak District and find places to camp and go to Cornwall and so on. So it's in my blood, but as a hobby, I'd say sort of 10 years ago I started planning proper walks, and that was because of a mate who was part of a hiking ramblers group, and he invited me on a hike, and I really got the bug. And my kids were young at the time, so I was looking for walks local, and there's a load of walks near where I live called the Stepping Out walks, and we were just doing those regularly, and it became a bit of a, you know, a bit of a hobby, and something that I really wanted to keep doing. So wild camping, I started watching YouTube videos around about the same time with wild camping, and in particular I do remember Dean Reed. I know a lot of people say this, but I was watching Dean Reed's videos a lot, and just came out and tried it for myself. And over the past, I think 3-4 years, I've been bringing my tent out and doing the odd wild camp here and there. But started a YouTube channel last August. I've been meaning to start one for a while, but last August I took the leap, and it's been great. So yeah, hit 1,000 subs about a month ago. So we'll see where the channel takes me. Yeah, who knows?
Well, it's been pretty enjoyable, Dave. I think it went up a gear when we were coming up the nab, and obviously because I'm the fittest and the strongest, I was in front leading the way, and I could see the lads were tiring.
Yeah.
And then I heard them shout, "Steve, as well as being the most handsome person here and the fittest, we need your help." So I carried most of their kit in my bag, and I guided them across the 7-minute crossing to here.
Yeah.
And I've cheered everybody up because there were tears from the lads before, but I've had a good sing-song, come by ya, everybody joined in, and everybody's tickety-boo now.
What about It's Good Beer?
No, that's it.
That was
so you can't put this
fantastic.
bit in.
That was fantastic!
Appeared to get some heat cold. 16 hours into the camping, all of a sudden there's a lamp on a sheet getting thrown
I'm sorry.
Took some shitty.
Who's a clever boy then? Call me Charlie. You want a bit of peace and quiet, don't you? I'll tell you what, I'll put your cage in Mr. Lennox Brown's in tray. He never goes near that.
Morning, Mildred.
Hello, Mr. Lamb. Oh, you look a bit peaky. Something the matter?
I don't feel very bright this morning. I won't say I'm indisposed, but I'm certainly not disposed.
Poor you. Has your landlady's meals been upsetting you again?
They don't get any better. Last night's supper was shepherd's pie and rhubarb and custard.
Well, is that bad?
Tis when they're on the same plate. The previous day she arranged my 2 fish fingers in a most insulting manner. Apart from that, I think I've strained something. I was given a Keep Fit book by Mr. Youngblood at the Department of Health.
Never mind, Mr. Lamb. I'll make you a nice cup of beef Olax.
Ah, it's very kind of you, Mildred. I wouldn't have bothered with the wretched things, but there's so little to do in the evening.
Ah, it's a shame. Well, you sit down and relax. You looking peaky? I'll bring you a lovely hot drink.
And you're no help either. Morning, George. Morning, Matt. You're early today.
Yes, aren't they? The train drivers are working to rules and the trains are getting in quicker. Did you send that formula to the ministry lab, by the way?
Yes, Van, I did it last week.
Good, good. Hello, Budgie.
I don't feel very bright.
Frog spawn, yeah, can you see those?
In trouble off the Scottish to fix.
Yeah.
So he invited them over as mercenaries. Then when it comes to payment time, originally they were going to give Henderson Horse of the Isle of Thanet. But they said, no, we want Kent, it's called Cantawara or something back then. And he got Kent by offering one of his daughters to marry. And then he said, oh, actually I want the whole of the south of England. And they went to war, and Horsa got killed in one of the battles. And then Hengist invited him to a peace conference, a banquet, where basically he just killed everybody. And apart from the king, who said, give you your land or else I'll kill you. But it's
And that started the influx of the Angles, the Saxons and the
Jutes.
Jutes.
Although technically I think Hengist and Horsa they were Danish from Jutland, Jutes. because you had 4 groups. You had the Jutes, the Frisians, where the cows come from, Frisians, the Anglos, the Engles. They only called A with an Anglo because of Latin spelling. The original called Engles, hence England, one of the Engles. And the Saxons, well, they were credited with starting the mass migration.
And that was 450 AD all the way to 1066, wasn't it?
I've used this name online ever since like internet forums were a thing, and one of the reasons I used it was at the time I was a bit pissed off with people getting a bit nationalistic, saying, "Oh, I'm English" and all that, and it was just like a way of saying, "Well, fucking hell, the English are foreigners. It wasn't their country to start off with. They fucking came, you know, basically you're a German. English is a Germanic language."
So now we've joined up with Simon, somebody we know off Facebook and watches our YouTube channels, and he's come down this valley, Ashup Clough, to meet us. So we'll be going back up Ashup Head and then to Kinder Downfall and Kinder Gate, where we're going to camp and hopefully meet back up with Phil, who's hiking up there from Edow today after the terrible mishap he had yesterday. So there'll be 5 of us tonight because Kev went home this morning.
How do you do it? We're all in awe of you, your bloody stamina.
Hey, there's some cracking views here, Dave.
Was that brutal enough for you, Gav? That close?
Nah, nowhere near enough.
Yeah, so now we've lost Kev this morning. We picked up Simon in the middle of the afternoon, and now we've got to Kinder Downfall. Phil has joined us again, so we're a group of 5 now, and the adventure continues. On to Kinder Gates for a camp spot of Steve's choice. So it looks like the lads have spotted it, and they're having a little look at the patch of ground there to assess where the tents are going to go.
And even like saying about the damage to the bottom of your tent, go out and all. You know, they're the things I have when it's really cold. If it gets cold,
Gav?
that's what you eat. Here's champion beer. Take.
So look, first can, good health, cheers all.
It's a bit breezy.
It is, yeah, but it's a welcome
I find
breezy.
it amazing.
Yeah. You've got some crepuscular rays, Steve?
Simon.
Not whiskey.
I'm Simon.
Yeah.
Good
Tell
evening.
me anything you like, just about your passion for camping and that
Well,
first experience was
me
interesting.
and some of my new wild camping friends I've made, and obviously old wild camping friends, if you don't mind me saying old. I was just talking about the
Older than
first
thee.
time I wild camped up on Kinder, and I took a route up Crowden Clough, which was quite tough. I didn't realise there was any actual paths like Jacob's Ladder and or Grinslow or whatever. So I got up to the top and I was very happy, and that feeling of obviously very nervous. I hadn't located an exact spot where I was going to camp, and I found a spot near Kinder Low Trig, and it had rocks around for shelter. It had a little place I could sit. It had like a little place, like a little kitchen, and it was just amazing. And I posted the picture of it. I was very pleased with myself. The nighttime picture, you know, picked out all the fluorescent things on the tent, on the guy lines, posted it. Steve immediately replied, "Nice camp, mate, you know, good to see you up on Kinder." And that's when I decided to reach out to him, and you know, now we've become friends, which is fantastic. But yeah, that first time, I've had a few, as we all have, a few disastrous ones, where, well, not disastrous, I live to tell the tale, but like weather, underestimated the weather,
and not really prepared, but managed to get through the night. But overall, it's been fantastic, and you know, I know like tonight, meeting with like-minded souls.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just the pinnacle.
Okie dokie, Phil.
So I really enjoy wild camping because it gives you a chance to plan a mission and then fulfil that mission, but it means you're doing something on your own, and when you come up and you're just on your own in a wonderful place like this. I like to summit camp, so I like to be right up top, and you look round and you just feel as though nothing can really get to you, and it sorts my head out every time. I always come back from a wild camp really chilled, really relaxed. Everything that's been a problem before is now just an issue I need to deal with, and I deal with it, and I love it.
Western Isles and the North Highlands. Even that will break up at times to allow some sunny spells. Rest of the mainland though, again some high clouds turning the sunshine a little bit hazy in places, but overall a dry and sunny day. Temperatures today for the vast majority around 20 to 26 degrees, highest towards the southeast corner, but where we've got that thicker cloud in place at times in the Northern and Western Isles around 15 to 17. Now tonight we will eventually see the cloud become a bit more abundant across parts of Western Scotland and Northern Ireland. Temperatures here won't drop much lower than around 13 to 15 Celsius.
Good forecast.
Around 10 to 13 degrees into tomorrow morning. Some clear skies around the odd mist of fog patch. And it will be a dry start. In fact, Monday looking like a dry day for many again. The main exception will be the far west of Scotland and then late in the day in Northern Ireland, where we could see some outbreaks of rain or drizzle edges way in. A bit more breeze here as well. And generally in Scotland, Northern Ireland tomorrow, more cloud in place, but I still feel warm with the sunshine breaks through.
One of these, like, big super noodles. That'd be good with your pepperoni, wouldn't it?
Go on then. Yeah. With high clouds, still some sunny spells, with increasingly humid around 24 to 13 degrees, and maybe a step higher on Tuesday. Neil.
Many thanks, Matt.
If you'd have asked me on a Tuesday,
yeah, see you guys.
I mean, it's muddy, but it's not
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, nothing can ruin my day. No matter what anyone does or say, I smile at fools. No, I don't care, cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna rise up. No, I won't stop, it is my time. Cause I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. I'm strolling down the street with all of my favorite songs on repeat. I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, and I don't care if you spill coffee on me or if the sky is gray or blue. No, I don't care, cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna rise up. No, I won't stop, it is my time. I know what it's like to be broke, yeah. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit
So we just stopped to get water from this spring alongside the Pennine Way. That's why there's always so much water flowing in this little brook here, just down from Bleaklow Head. But as the weather's so warm and dry, got 5 3/4 litres, so I'll need that to last me for a few hours tomorrow morning as well. So all's good in the on the waterfront.
Yeah, I know what it's like to be broken, and I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm just gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way.
Hey, welcome to Bleaklow.
I won't slow down, cause I am on my way. I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way. I won't slow down. I am on my way. I won't slow down.
Allport Castles. Good evening, and what a fantastic 3 days it's been. So the first day we met up with Kev and Gavin and Phil, and we ended up camping at Sealstones, and just great to share some time with people I've chatted with on YouTube and Facebook. Kev went back, he had to go to work, and we carried on, and that Ashok Clough, and we're back onto Kinder Scout, where we camped again the second night at the Kinder Gates, and we met up with Simon from Aylesbury and and Phil joined us again, which was fantastic. And in the morning, Gavin, Phil and Simon had to go back to Edale to get the train or their transport, and so me and Steve have carried on, and we've come up to Bleaklow Stones, and well, the weather's just been absolutely fantastic. And from here tomorrow, we're possibly going to drop down into to check out the source of the River Derwent in the Upper Derwent, and basically follow the Derwent River down for a way, and find somewhere to camp for tomorrow night, and then on to Bamford for a meal and a few pints in the Angler's Rest, I think, in Bamford, which is a community-owned pub. So, absolutely brilliant. You know what's been absolutely brilliant is meeting up with other YouTubers and guys on Facebook that have kind of known for a couple of years at least, and finally getting to meet them, and how much alike we are, really. It's just been absolutely wonderful, sharing time, sharing a camp. I mean, what could be better, you know, breaking out of your normal run-of-the-mill daily life to get to know other people and find out what each other's about, you know. Just brings something extra to life, makes it more interesting, and just fantastic. And thanks to Gav for really setting the ball rolling on this one. And of course, a massive thanks also to Steve from Hengist Wild Camps as well. You know, he brings a lot of people together for camping and actually getting together, which is, you know, really that's what it's all about, isn't it? Good morning on another bright and perfect Peak District morning. I'm about to have a bit of crunchy cereal with some oats in it as well, and a cup of coffee. It's a lazy start this morning. Had a very good night's sleep last night. Such a lovely night, so quiet, so restful. And I've just been laying in the tent for about an hour, relaxing, enjoying the warmth of the sun. It reminded me of being a teenager, those lazy, hazy days of summer.
You know, but
Yeah.
it's not, the inner's not as tight as doing it that way, but it's perfectly okay.
The stuff I brought with me I don't really need. Yeah, a good old Anvil stone. She's a beauty, isn't she, eh? That's wary there.
It's a fantastic shape, and it's an iconic landmark.
Yeah. So I've come across one of these helium balloons, and I'm going to follow Andrew from Hunt on the Trail's advice, and whenever you go out, pick something up. So here we are. Shake the water off. This weighs nothing, and I'm going to put it in my pack. So we've navigated our way over from Bleakclose Stones and headed kind of towards Grinner Stones, but kept a more sort of north of there, and we've come down Swains Grieve, which is a gully dropping down to the source of the River Derwent. But it's getting quite narrow now, and it's starting to get ferns in it, so we're going to head over to the bank where Steve is over there and walk down that bank right to the source of the River Derwent, which neither of us have ever been to before. So it's all new ground, and there's no pass round here, so it's an exciting morning for sure. That's where we came down there. Swains Grieve. The river's getting bigger and bigger as we go along. It's pretty damn tough navigating through here. I won't use the word brutal, but it's probably worse than brutal. So looks like hopefully by this bend it might improve a bit. But anyway, I'm pleased I'm done it. I think Steve's a bit worried. But we're going very, very slowly, aren't we, Steve?
Lovely bit of the country, spoilt by a crap path or a non-existent path.
Yeah.
Bloody dangerous path.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm certainly pleased I've done it. It's something I've wanted to do for a long, long time.
I'm pleased we're here, yeah. Just it's not enjoyable going on that path when it's dangerous.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm wearing pants. Lovely. Yeah, we all got up to some rubbish when we were youngsters, didn't we? Couple of good lads there, father and son from Walsall. They bloody did 21 miles yesterday, plotted out a hell of a route. 11 today, they're going to pitch just around here.
Just got 3 litres.
Well, we're pitched up above, what's the name of the Banktop Farm?
No, this is Old Bamford House.
Old Bamford's house. Old Bamford House overlooking the Lady Bower Reservoir near the visitor centre. And there's flying ants swarming all over my tent. The pole holding my tent up is actually on top of an ant's nest. So I'm just going to keep my inner zipped up, and so hopefully they won't be able to get in there. And got a bit frustrating towards the end of the day today. It was hot. We were tired. The first half of the day was pretty tough going, and yeah, pretty hot really. So anyway, we're looking forward tomorrow to getting to the pub at Bamford, and I think a couple of pints are well earned and a good meal before I catch the train home. So look how red you look. Bloody hell, you really caught the sun. That's a nice one, that is. Anyway, I'll say good night now, and we'll see you in the morning. Our last day, the 5th day of our little adventure together. Me, Steve, and all the other wild camping buddies. So see you in the morning, then we'll catch you in the pub for a pint. So tonight I'm sleeping with the full doors of my tent wound back so I can see the stars at night. I feel like it might be warm enough tonight to do that, so we'll see how I get on. Night all.
A fairly good kit. I've not stuck my head out at the tent yet, but I believe it's another blue sky.
Good morning, it's 7:45. Been awake for a little while, but just got up. I just want to say I had a great weekend last weekend. I was invited on a woodland camp by Wayne Pickersgill of Wayne Outdoors, and also who was invited along was Wayne Bootham and Stephen Ruffles. That's Pennine Wayne and a Tramp in the Hills, Stephen. And so what a great little YouTube community that we could have got together. And yeah, it was like a bit of woodland. We had a campfire. Wayne Pickersgill cooked us a fantastic sausage casserole, and I cycled the 25 miles there, and Helen, my wife, she made a lovely apple crumble, and I took some fresh cream, and that's after we'd enjoyed the sausage casserole. We had apple crumble and fresh cream, and quite a few beers were drunk, and we had a damn good chat and got to know each other. And then this weekend I was invited along on this trip by Gavin of Hiking for Health. Just a short walk left now, on the way back towards Bamford and get the train home. So thanks all those people that I've camped with this weekend, in the last week. I want to thank you all a lot. You know, certainly adds variety to life, and it's been brilliant. So cheers, guys. My phone went off this morning at quarter to 8. It was the missus, and she said we'd had a badger in the garden overnight, which is pretty unusual. See, since we live near the Leicester city centre, and there's no access into the garden. She said there's bits of blood all over the garden. So I mean, a very young badger could get in the garden because a cat can get under the fence. There's 2 fences that can get under, so hedgehogs can get in and out. But so God knows what I've got to deal with when I get home. I might have to call the RSPCA. I better check the garden when I get back. Well, breakfast time now. Let's get a bit of brekkie on. Let's have a drink, take my tablets, and bloody finish my last bit of cereal off before the sun comes up round that hill.
Well, no matter where you are, you're in bed asleep in America. And
if you want to hear a load of waffling bollocks, listen to what this lady's on about. They're on about on this news report. They're worried about people not having landlines and having a mobile phone and the effect on your health. You missed that bit. She said our grandparents used to send postcards to each other. So I said to Steve, I'm going to send, for my health, I'm going to send him a postcard about our next camp, and if he could get back to me on that via postcard. I've just found another nail in the coffin of my Scarpa boot saga, and that's, take a look at this, a split in the leather near the rand. Can you see that there? Yeah, so that's another problem with these bloody boots. I know I've had them nearly 5 years, but they still shouldn't split there like that. So I shall be getting in touch with Scarpa, and no doubt they will just do nothing about it and tell me it's my fault for buying the wrong size boot or something like they did last time. So that's enough waffling bollocks about that, isn't it? And there's old Steve enjoying a nice cup of coffee, getting the flies out of it, and we'll be on our way soon.
Years ago, all these tracks would have been used heavily by locals, buildings like this.
A lot of people would have lived round here.
Yeah, I'd love to have seen it 300 years ago.
Working the
Fly over in
land
an helicopter.
Fantastic. Cheers, Dave. Thanks for your company.
And cheers, lads, that we've had the night with.
Cheers, all.
Brilliant.
Cheers, all. Right, cheers, Gav, Kev, Phil, Simon. Good health, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers. Here's the food. Thank you very much, sir. Cheers.
That's refreshing beer.
I'm sorry.
Some shitty